Part 1 addressed why opportunity reviews and innovation are needed. Part 2 now deals with how the systematic approach is used to close value and performance gaps in order to maximize opportunities that increase benefits and reduce resource use. A somewhat simple way to look at the various areas of program and project concerns and related opportunity areas is to consider the traditional iceberg that depicts hidden challenges. Above the waterline, we are cognizant of the more obvious capital costs, associated professional fees, taxes, and financing charges. Below the waterline, there are the other lifetime costs of energy supply and other operating costs, routine maintenance and repair costs, periodic renewals and refurbishment costs, for example, in the longer term for water and wastewater plants, and facelifting for major buildings, decommissioning and final disposition costs, and a myriad of uncertainties and potential risks, such as foreign exchange sensitivities, supply shortages, extreme weather events, and many others as listed here. Innovation applications include phase planning and kickoff sessions initially to establish strategic direction and a framework for best overall value and managed risk approach. A continuum of value assurance and risk management assessments throughout specific phases of program and project life. And separate innovation interventions as required during program or project life, from needs assessment and concept through to implementation, operation, and business turnaround. Success in this field requires systematic application of techniques. Effective innovation for major programs and mega projects requires a playbook and specific workflows. One method to determine what should be innovated for and when is through the use of an overarching system of diagnostic value assurance reviews or health checks. If further action is required, we move on to conduct analysis, innovation, testing, and embedding of the results through a single point of application, performance, and resource opportunity review using a value opportunity staircase. The starting point of any review is to understand the stakeholders' performance requirements in terms of comprehensive descriptions and good metrics. Then assessment of the base case against these requirements is conducted. A suite of templates is used to guide the assessment of overall value during a value assurance review. Pre the final investment decision at Phase A, strategic appraisal, and Phase B, definition and specification, as well as post the final investment decision, Phase C, execution, project delivery, Phase D, service delivery, and revenue generation. Really successful innovation requires pre and post action. The following framework is very effective. It can all be accomplished quite quickly and smoothly. Stage 1, strategic appraisal for alignment of expectations and then to establish a framework for success. Stage 2, options exploration through structured reimagination to examine possibilities for improvement. In Stage 3, results delivery to embed agreed solutions and to ensure effective outcomes for transformation. It is all too easy for teams to waste time trying to innovate for low-yield areas. Sharp focus is necessary. An effective method is to identify high-yield target areas and to determine that through the function cost impact index for critical aspects of the program or project. This is achieved by matching the performance areas with high adverse impacts with the appropriate high-cost functions. In this way, priority targets for subsequent exploration and reimagination are pinpointed. The value opportunity staircase is a very effective method of conducting a review. It comprises a workflow of 3 stages and 10 steps. As a detailed recipe, there are 30 focusing modes or thinking hats with 4 to 5 specific activities per mode or hat. Yes, a lot of activities, but by performing the appropriate activities at the right time, this is a smooth, very powerful process with rapid results and a massive return on investment. The stages are: 1, strategic appraisal for an overall understanding, particularly of the gap areas. 2, options exploration for clarity of options and related impacts. And 3, results delivery to ensure effective outcomes. Coming up, we'll have 10 steps. The first letters of steps 1 to 8 form the acronym INSPIRES. The emphasis and time spent on each of the steps varies with the circumstances and which phase the innovation effort is conducted in. Back to the previously mentioned performance criteria, a multi-attribute value index is used to establish the overall value of the base case for, or the existing way, a program or project performs. The value index is built from assessment of the program or project against the metrics for the predefined performance requirements within the categories of business/economic aspects and functionality/quality aspects. Competing options are then assessed and expressed similarly. Key messages: 1, larger programs and projects span long periods. They're very expensive, fraught with risk, and are complex to manage. When they go wrong, poor value for money, along with frustrated stakeholders, usually results, and anticipated financial returns are not achieved. 2, it is essential to clearly define performance requirements and agree the expected outcomes from the outset. Failure to do so typically causes a stop-start approach with substantial changes, resulting in increased cost and delayed in-service date. The subsequent operational period can suffer from poor choices made during capital planning and implementation. 3, and this is critical, truly effective innovation that leads to the big wow or summation of small wows is founded on a highly structured situational analysis and targeted reimagination. Successful transformation requires the tested ideas to then be embedded in the mainstream activity. 4, facilitation of this process for major programs and projects requires a particular approach and style. 5, despite an abundance of formal management techniques, some programs and projects still do not meet stakeholder expectations. This can lead to expensive rework and risk of reputational harm. Formal assurance of optimal value and performance is becoming more popular. So now to future directions. The future is for anyone to speculate on. There are already some powerful spreadsheets for conducting value and performance reviews. Add to that the sort of computing power that allows us to search for, say, airfares and itineraries, and we have something really powerful. My own prediction, and laugh if you want, is that soon there will be a suite of algorithms utilizing artificial intelligence and supporting tools to identify and compare potential best value and related risk options from business case through to design optimization and monitoring of service delivery. Add into this mix advances in trees application, and we would really have a powerful innovation app. Of course, like airline flight choices, a more personal selection will be required. That future may already be here. My coordinates are shown here, should you have any questions. Thank you, and good luck with your endeavors.